Scene 1, Lee's office, 1963. Lights up on an office. It has a tacky shag carpet and faux wood walls. On the back wall is a large logo of S&S Television Networks, behind a large desk with many papers piled on top of it. In front of the desk are two folding chairs. A large window overlooks the city. In the middle of the office, pacing, is Lee, the CEO of S&S TV Network. Standing on one side of the stage, beside a door, is Bill Stanley, a man in his early 30s who has already not aged gracefully, somehow. His hair is unkempt. He stands staring at Lee with no expression in particular. He is bored.
Bill, sit down, kid.
I'll stand.
You do know why
Can I leave now? I know you fire me. I've seen this all play out 100 times in my head. It's underwhelming now that I'm actually
With the money you bring in for the network, why would I fire you?
I know you do, Lee. I told you I've seen it a million times in my head, but you just won't listen.
You used to listen to me, Bill. That's why I'm meeting with you. Not to fire you, but just to ask you what the hell is going on with you. I just want a straight answer from you. I don't know why you keep talking like you know everything that's going to happen, Bill, but it's pretty clear that whatever's going on, you're not well. If you tell me...
Mind your footing when you come over here.
What?
Nothing. Continue.
What I'm trying to say is that whatever you did on your show tonight scared me, Bill. And I'm not really concerned about the lowered ratings as much as how it seems like you're heading in a downward spiral.
I think I'm going upward if you ask me.
For years, you've been disinterested, depressed, you need help.
I'm
Bill.
fine. I know what I'm doing, Lee.
Lee gets up and walks over to Bill, but slips on the carpet a little.
You okay there, buddy? I told you to mind the footing when
Bill,
you came
shut
over.
up. I'm trying to tell you, I'm trying to help you. Can you drop this whole shtick about...
Seeing the future? It's not some damn performance, Lee. I wish it was. But the truth is, I've known how everything plays out since I was a little kid. Since I first met you. All these years, I've been following a damn script that tells me exactly what to say to eventually get to where I want to be.
You're at the top. You're a national TV celebrity. Where else do you want to be?
Outside of this building, for starters. And I'm throwing these cigarettes away.
Oh, come on. Those were a gift. They're expensive.
I don't care. I'm leaving.
You're leaving? After I took so many risks on you, stuck my neck out for your weird ideas?
You didn't risk anything. I knew they'd work. I knew exactly how they'd work from day one, but you always doubted.
I thought we were pals, Bill. Speak to me like we're real people.
I can't. It's all an act, Lee. Having to sit here humoring you, trying to convince you that I haven't seen this all come out a million times before. And to be honest, I don't think I'm a real person anymore. These days, the future is more clear than the present or the past. What? Bill, what the hell are you?
Will you quit that?
I'm very over this conversation, if you want to know the truth.
What's come over you, Bill?
Nothing new. I'll see you in 10 years and 7 months. Don't wait up.
Bill, do you know why I took your idea for that show in the first place? I used to be like you. I thought I could see the future too when I was your age. I never doubted you, Bill, because I knew that you just knew. I saw it on your face. It was like looking in a mirror years ago. But you need to know,
you abandoned your gift. I know. I've seen this all before.
If you knew, why didn't you talk to me about this? I could have helped you. I thought we were friends,
if
Bill.
You cared about me, about my gift. Why did you let me do this to myself? You let me abuse my gift with full knowledge of its consequences. Why did you let me go this far?
I was waiting for you to tell me about your gift, Bill, to take that step yourself, but you never did. I knew your show would make money because you had the gift. You knew it would work out. For the sake of the company, I had to let you do this. I'm a businessman at the end of the day, Bill, and our sales...
You were waiting for me to tell you. That's rich. With all due respect, Lee, when I first saw the future when I was a kid, I dedicated everything to chasing the future I wanted to see. And in no part of that future did I see a part where I had a pep talk with you. So I frankly didn't see the point in telling you anything. And don't act like it was my fault for not telling you. You should have taken the step instead of putting the company first. And you are the company, Lee. You just wanted to control me. But I'm one step ahead of you. I always have been. I quit.
Yeah, he reacted how I thought he would. You tell the press he's fired. I fired him. I've been fed up with his shtick for a while now. It's better he's gone.
Scene 2, Public Restroom, 1995, 32 years later. We see a grimy public restroom. Chanel is leaning heavily on the sink, looking in a mirror.
You don't have to do this. Are you kidding me? I'm just saying, you can make money just fine reading palms. And listen, we have a gift. And sure, it was great being able to guess every multiple choice question in high school, but I want to know more about that little feeling that guides me and shows me what's going to happen. Do you really want to know the future completely? Of course I do. Then I wouldn't have to worry about anything. Bad first dates, where to park my car, money, loneliness. There's a certain beauty in not knowing everything though, but I'm able to see the future. All right, just a little bit right now, sure, but I can't live knowing that I could have so much more. More what? More, just more, okay? So I'm getting on this bus because I asked that little feeling what I have to do to get more, and it showed me this bus. You trust this feeling more than you trust your own self. Hell yeah, I do. We wouldn't have graduated without it. So don't act like you know everything. Are we on the same page? Whew. Okay, I don't feel like I'm gonna throw up anymore.
Hey, you're the psychic. You read palms and all that.
Yeah, from the newspaper ad. Nice to meet you. Ted, I'm sensing.
One letter off.
Oh, I'll take that.
You know, I don't know why anyone would want to know the future. I feel like you'd spoil every movie for all your friends.
I was never a big movie person. You don't need to be psychic to predict half of them.
Maybe. Anyway, I hate to interrupt whatever you were doing here, but you got to bounce. I got to clean the floors in here. Plus, the bus should be here now.
Did I miss it?
Not yet, but hey, do you know a guy named Bill Stanley?
He sounds familiar.
He was a psychic who was on TV when I was your age. I wasn't sure if all you future tellers had a guild or like a union, but maybe you could get an autograph for me.
Bill Stanley. I gotta catch my bus.
Nice to meet you.
Scene 3. Bill's room, 1955. 40 years earlier. A teenager's bedroom. At a cluttered desk stands a teenage Bill, hunched over, writing furiously.
Nothing worth having if you can't have it all. I'm busy.
Your dinner's been getting cold for 2 hours now.
You're exaggerating.
I'm not. Get out here and eat, please.
I don't need to. I'm not hungry. I've got a lot of work.
None of the other kids spend nearly as much time on work as you do, Bill, and you need to
I don't
eat.
care what they're doing. I have to finish my application for this form by tomorrow.
What forum?
Just a school thing. Extracurriculars. I'll eat in a little bit.
Well, I'm sliding your dinner under the door. If you'd open it, I could get you something to drink too.
I'm fine.
Bill, is something wrong?
I'm just trying to set myself up for success here, Mom.
I'm not sure if this forum is worth all the effort you're putting into it, Bill.
It is. I know it is. It's the first step to getting to where I want to be.
Do you really know where that is? You don't know everything, Bill. Honey, please eat. I'm trying to respect your privacy, but please eat.
You're not hungry.
It's been a few hours. You better have eaten by now.
Yep.
Did you finish your work?
Nope.
Well, you need to go to bed.
No, I don't.
Could you unlock this door? Bill.
What?
Jesus, Bill. It smells like a skunk gave birth in here.
I don't mind.
It's almost 11. How long have you worked?
It doesn't matter. I'm not done yet.
It does matter. You're going to bed. I'm turning off your light.
Mom.
What happened to the chair I got you?
Oh, I don't use it. Standing's more productive, apparently.
Can't be good for your spine.
I'll be fine. I've got a system.
Okay, get ready for bed now.
No.
Don't be a martyr about it, Stanley. It's homework, for God's sake. You can take a break to sleep.
I need to get this done by tomorrow.
You said the form is optional, Bill. Don't kill yourself over it.
Everything is optional.
No, it's not. Since when did you start talking like you knew everything? You weren't always like this.
I don't know. Probably just a phase.
I hope so. Are you going to bed? Yes, you are. Go on. I want this light off in 10 minutes, Bill, okay?
All right. Okay.
Finally. Okay. Don't make everything out to be such a big deal, okay? Everything's going to work out for him or not.
I know.
10 minutes. Good night.
Yeah.
And I mean 10 minutes, Mr. Stanley.
Mrs. Stanley exits. Bill's light comes back on a few moments later, and he continues writing.
No. Get back to work. How am I supposed to sleep? So close.
Scene 4, Bus, 1995. 40 years later. Chanel is sitting on her bus. A few seats away from her is Miss Stanley, much older.
Hey, driver, how much longer? I hope we're going the right way. Of course we are. I can feel it.
Is something wrong? Did you finish your work? Since when did you start talking like you knew everything?
Excuse me?
You weren't always like this.
You don't know me.
I want this light off in 10 minutes, Bill. And I mean 10 minutes, Mr. Stanley. Where are you going, Bill? What do you mean to be someone? Bill, what's wrong with you? Visions? Visions of what? The future? You're not making any sense. Bill, how long has this been going on? You need help, Bill. Don't run away. Bill, I can help. Bill!
Miss, do you know Bill Stanley?
Such a smart boy. He was always ahead of everyone else.
Do you know where he is?
You always acted like you knew everything, Bill. So why are you always in a rush?
I'm not.
I'm just saying, all this work, ignoring your family, me, is it worth it?
The bus stops. Miss Stanley gets up and goes. Chanel starts to get up, but then sits back down.
That's not the right way. Stay on track.
The bus starts again. Scene 5, outside the Forum, 1956, 39 years earlier. The exterior of a theater. The matinee reads, Forum Speaker Greg Lee. A teenage Bill stands outside. He is twirling a pen in his hand aimlessly. He accidentally flicks it away.
Damn.
From inside the theater emerges a younger Greg Lee. He sees Bill and hurries over to him.
Hello again, Mr. Lee. I liked your presentation.
You're in the Q&A. The question you asked me, how the hell did you know about that?
Research.
No, only I know about that. How did you?
I just have a knack for this sort of thing.
Is that so? Do we know each other or something?
I mean, I know you pretty well.
Yeah, I feel like I know you too. You want a cigarette? Here.
You hungry?
Past your bedtime? I bet your mother's waiting up for you.
No, she's fine. There's a great diner down the street.
Hell, I guess I could eat. I have a couple of questions for you anyway.
I've got answers.
How about the cigarettes? You gonna leave me hanging?
No, I don't smoke.
Jesus. Well, you oughta. It's a power symbol in the business, manliness and that sort of thing. Nobody takes a prude like you too seriously up in New York. Come on, take one.
Reluctantly, Bill grabs a cigarette and holds it to his mouth stiffly.
Remember the plan.
Huh?
Oh, light it.
Lee lights it. Bill takes a restrained half puff, then spits it out.
Oh, yeah. I regret that.
Yeah, I was like that once too. You just haven't found the right brand, I guess. I don't know. Everybody does it though.
Sure. Diner's this way. And I've got an idea for a TV show. I want to know if it'd be feasible.
You got a captive audience, kid.
Scene 6, Rural Road, 1995, 39 years later. Chanel stands on the side of a road, her thumb extended. She has another conversation with herself.
I think this was a bad idea. Hell no, I'm getting close and I can feel it. We're hitchhiking for Christ's sake and miles from home, all because of a few visions of the future. How do you even know that they're real and that they can be trusted? I just know, okay? So shut up. I saw this in a vision.
As she finishes her line, a car arrives. Inside is the historian.
You look lost.
You're headed to the city, right?
I happen to be.
For the TV studio.
Yeah. Do we know each other or something?
I don't think so. Can I catch a ride with you there?
Despite my instincts screaming, doo 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 doo. I don't exactly see why not.
See, I told you.
Scene 7, Theater, 1958, 37 years earlier. A slightly older Bill is standing at a desk on the set of a gaudy talk show titled Crystal Clear with Bill Stanley. On Bill's desk is a tacky crystal ball. Lee enters with a script in hand.
Not bad, eh?
You have the script.
Yeah, the team just finished with it, made a few revisions. There's
Did
a
they
new
take
block
my
with-
suggestions?
What suggestions?
Knew it.
You gonna read it?
I mean, I already know what it says. Do we really need to make this a talk show too? I think the telling the future thing is enough.
No, not relevant enough. We got to give them news, facts, entertainment on all fronts.
Fine, I guess.
Say, where'd you get the idea for this show anyway?
I got the idea from the fact that I can see the goddamn future, Lee. Remember the stocks that one time and your divorce? Remember who said it first?
Jesus, Bill, don't get all defensive. You have a knack for predicting things. Yeah.
Feels like it either way.
What?
It all feels like an act either way. Whether I'm reading a script on TV or having a conversation with you, it's the same. And knowing all the cues, the beginning.
I didn't
the
say
middle, the
anything
ending.
about an act.
Oh,
You've been acting funny, Bill. You getting cold feet about the show?
are you kidding? I've worked years to get here.
So how about a little excitement, huh? You got to prove all those investors that your idea was worth betting on. Come on, you're a celebrity.
I know. I always knew.
Just get some rest, okay? Take a walk or something. Get your mind out of this rut, okay? Call me if you got any questions about the scripts.
He turns to leave, but then looks back.
Bill, I was a lot like you once. Don't get too caught up in your head about everything.
Bill flips through the script briefly, then puts it down. The scene begins to change.
Who am I kidding?
Scene 8, Theater, 1995 through 1958. It's the same talk show set, but older, gingier, and more neglected. The year has changed to 1995 since the last scene, but Bill is still standing behind his desk. Slowly, he notices something has changed, but doesn't care. Chanel and the historian enter, unable to see Bill, who observes them. The historian holds a camera.
It is too dusty in here.
That's the smell of history. Sorry if you can't deal with it.
Do you know where Bill is now?
Why do you want to find him?
Because I think he can help me with something.
I assume you want to ask him something superficial, like which stocks to buy. Hey, move a little.
I have important questions to ask him.
You know, the poor man lived his whole life seeing the future. It must have been taxing.
I disagree. Can you imagine if you knew everything? You'd know exactly when and where to be in order to be who you want to be. Like you would know exactly where the best historical sites were or who would publish your photos.
I wouldn't get to do any work.
Get to?
You know, I'm happy to collect history, collect knowledge, preserving it for others to learn from. But if you knew the future, you wouldn't have to learn anything. You'd just know it all. There'd be no point in doing anything. It'd just play out in your head the moment you thought about it.
What? Somebody who collects knowledge doesn't want to know everything. Are you listening to yourself? What are you even working towards?
No, you're missing the point.
I am, huh?
It doesn't matter where he is or will be right now. There's plenty here about where he was. If only you saw meaning in that, you could learn a lot from his past. Avoid making his mistakes.
Well, I don't give a damn about the past. It's got nothing to do with me. I want something real, and that's what I'm going to get.
I hope you realize the error of your way.
I hope I don't run into any more weirdos like you. Good riddance.
The lights fade on the historian. Chanel is about to leave, but then...
You know, there's a pretty good restaurant at the end of the block.
Hello?
I'm just saying, if you're as hungry as you say you are, it's called Caulfield's. You might find something there.
That place sounds familiar.
Like a dream, a vision that feels too real to ignore.
What?
Yeah, I remember that feeling.
You're talking to yourself.
What? No,
Bill, we need to talk about something.
I'm fine, Lee.
Whatever it is, you can tell me. I can help you.
I am
Just-
fine, Lee. Calm down. I'm just nervous about the show. What'd you come in here to tell me?
You got to pull yourself together, Bill. You're worrying me. I got some investors here, and I need your help schmoozing them into paying for this idea of yours. Come on.
Scene 9, Theater, 1963. Bill is sitting at a desk on the set of his show, which he has now been doing for a number of years now.
Anyway, I guess that's why divorce rates have gone up since he became president, huh? Okay. We have a very special guest here tonight, though, folks. Up-and-coming actor and playwright, author of political self-help bestseller, America, Quit Complaining. Please welcome Gerald Keane. Welcome to the show, Mr. Keane. Sorry that your alarm didn't go off this morning.
Yeah. So you you actually see the future and read minds and all that, huh?
No, I just guessed. All right. So the first thing I got to ask you
actually,
is how did
I wanted to ask you a sort of personal question.
Oh, shoot.
How does it feel to know everything?
You really want to know?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Nobody ever asks you what's going on with you. I feel like you might appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, geez. Okay. So I used to do musicals and plays in high school, right? And this one time I had to play Holden in this performance of Catcher in the Rye. And there's this one part where I got to start crying for some reason. I forget why. And at the time, I couldn't cry on a dime like how they wanted me to. So I would practice for hours after school, trying to learn, thinking of sad stuff and things like that. Eventually, I got it. But once I learned, I could never really tell whenever I cried if I was really doing it or if I was just, doing it for some other reason, some unnatural reason. I mean, it came in handy if I needed to act sad during a play or during counseling or something. But when your mom gets diagnosed with pre-dementia and you're sitting there wondering if the tears you're crying are real or just for your aunts and uncles who are trying to shove casserole down your throat and asking if you're okay, and you can't even look them in the eye because you've seen how they all die. So you try to carry a conversation or you want to cry, but you don't feel a damn thing. And eventually you only want to lay down and cry and do nothing else, but really, truly cry because you've forgotten how it felt to be sad. And that means you've forgotten how to be happy. That means you don't really know why you're even living anymore. So you do your best and you think that you know what you really want and truly want, and you set out to get it, but all the conversations you have to get there, all the forums, all the cold dinners, all the funerals, all the divorces, all those cigarettes you smoke that burn every part of your soul, all the stupid goddamn jokes you have to make at parties and on TV to get the executives to chuckle and pat you on the back and call you champ and sport rookie. It's all a goddamn act. But you're stuck in it because you know you'll get to where you want to be. Since I was 12 or so, I started seeing the future. And since then, I've been trying to reach a point in my life where there's nobody around. And I can just sit there and try and forget how to cry whenever I want. I just want to cry for nobody. Not even myself. And feel such despair and such uncertainty that only comes from truly being alive and feeling for once. Hope that answers your question, because I've been rehearsing this moment for years. Goddamn years of waiting. Just like everything else.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's how it feels. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm about to get fired.
Gee, man, just trying to make conversation.
Scene 10, Caulfield's, 1995, 32 years later. An old diner. In the corner is a much, much older Lee. At the center table sits a much older Bill. Chanel enters.
Where's the food?
It's not here anymore.
How do you mean?
You're mistaken. Did you even ask yourself if you were really hungry in the first place?
Jesus Christ, I haven't gotten a single goddamn straight answer from anyone today. Are you a historian too? I'll leave if you are. I swear to God.
Chanel, that's your name. Can I tell you something?
Who are you?
You can call me Caulfield, but that's not important. You're probably looking for Bill.
Yes, I'm looking for Bill. Bill Stanley.
Yeah, well, I used to know him. He's not around here anymore, but I can tell you where he ended up.
Finally, please, go on.
He and I used to be friends, when we were younger. Until he started having these goddamn visions. He started talking about how he knew everything and how he saw the ends and beginnings of everything. The future, I think he saw. He got pretty unbearable, if you want to know the truth. Why exactly are you looking for him?
Family, friends, uncles, brother. Continue.
Anyway, he got pretty sick of everyone too. I guess it came with knowing everything. He really held himself above everyone else, and he would work all the time because he had seen that in the future, if he had worked just hard enough and said the right things at the right time and smoked just the right amount of cigarettes, he would one day be famous, powerful, in control, and loved by everyone. But once he got there, he realized that all he really wanted was to find a place where he would be free from his gift. All he wanted was to live like everyone else, like a real person who doesn't have to pretend like he doesn't know exactly how everything plays out.
Why the hell would he want to get rid of his? Does he not have it anymore? Where is he?
You see the future too.
Well, only honestly, just a little right now. I was hoping he could teach me.
Why?
Jesus, I don't know. Because I'm not going to waste this gift I got,
Why'd you come here?
I mean, I always had a knack for guessing how things would turn out. And one day I asked myself how to get better at it. And this weird feeling started to come up in my chest, and it was leading me here, and it led me to. Why are you lying to me, Bill?
Look, Chanel, I understand why you want to do what he did. It feels natural, infinite knowledge, but it's a trade. It's gaining everything you think you really want in exchange for what you never knew you couldn't live without.
And what do you figure that is?
Emotion, life, uncertainty, pain, joy. I, as much as you, wish with all my heart that we could have the good without the bad, victory without conflict, love without heartbreak, without pretending. That's not how it works. We need to see the opposite of everything to know we're alive. We can't just get everything instantly, because then over time we have nothing. I want to try to steer you off this path. So sorry about the lying, but do you understand why it's not right to want this gift?
Yeah, I think so. I think I understand why I can't follow in your footsteps, because it keeps leading me to idiots who won't give me a goddamn straight answer.
It's never that simple. A straight answer is an easy answer, and it never tells the full story.
My visions do. My gift tells me the full story. The future is the only thing giving me an actual answer. So I'm going to stick with that. Jesus Christ. There's a historian in town who I bet you'll get along real well with. In the meantime, I'm going to find a crystal ball and keep practicing, because apparently I can't rely on anyone else but me. And that's just fine. You and everyone else can rot in hell. I'm going to make my own future. Have fun trying to live out in a goddamn memory.
Wow. Can't say I didn't see that coming. I guess there's no stopping some things. What about you, Lee? Yeah, well, maybe you'd be able to speak up if you didn't smoke so much back in the day. Was it worth it to be taken seriously and the business. You know, I didn't know how the game last night would turn out. No, telling the truth. I'm making progress. I swear. I swear. It just takes time. I can't tell if Chanel's going to be okay either. And it's infuriating. But it's refreshing, you know, not knowing for once. Like, I had to call my mom the other day just because I actually didn't know how she was doing, surprisingly. It was nice. And sometimes it's not nice too, but I still haven't gotten used to that part of living yet. I do know, however, it's time for your pills, isn't it? Yep. All right, and open up, okay? Can you do that at least? Come on, open up.
End of play.